Tired of swiping but never connecting? You've tried dating apps, but somehow it's just not working the way you hoped. You don't need more apps. You need better tools. At Singles Seeking Soulmate, I help men become better partners, starting with themselves. Learn how to communicate clearly, set boundaries, build confidence, and actually understand what healthy women are looking for. And yes, you'll also have the opportunity to meet high-quality, emotionally available women ready for something real. You don't have to keep doing this alone. Dating School for Men, real skills, real women, real relationships, this is your moment. Join us and build the relationship life you actually want.
Good morning, and it is early in the morning, y'all. I've been up since 5:30. I had to drop my daughter back in Charlottesville early this morning. So I've had a cup of coffee, and I think the caffeine from that coffee is just now hitting me. So it's making me feel sort of kind of jittery because I'm like, I needed to make sure that I could drive and I was going to be alert. But good morning to anyone who's up this early. I'm headed back to Richmond, and it's super bright out here, so I have on my shades. But I wanted to drop this message. This message is for a couple of people who had asked me to make a video about chemistry versus compatibility. And a lot of people actually need this message. I needed this message once upon a time. I needed to know the difference between the spark, the chemistry that I felt with a man versus a man actually being good for me. And so this message isn't just for women. This is for men too, because I'm noticing a lot of men who cannot tell the difference between the chemistry they feel for a woman and if that woman is actually good for them long term. So men are just as guilty of this as women. They are chasing chemistry. They are chasing what feels familiar. And for a lot of us, if you came from a household where there was chaos, you came from a household where you had a problematic relationship with your mother or your father. You came from a household where you had to perform for love, or one of your parents was emotionally unavailable. One of your parents was critical. One of your parents just wasn't around, and you just didn't know when they were going to be there, when they were going to show up. They were, just not available. Unfortunately, your nervous system has been trained to seek out people that you have to perform for. Your nervous system was trained to seek out danger or seek out emotional unavailability. People where you don't always know, they're not stable, they're not secure, the love is not calm, and you don't always know, what's going to happen. You don't always know if they're going to be there or not, or, the love is just not stable, it's not secure, it's not calm. We confuse that calm, steady, they're there, they're consistent. We confuse that. We think that's boring. We confuse that with, that there's no chemistry. There's no spark, right? If there's no spark, there's no butterflies. See, we confuse that with that person's boring, that there's no chemistry. There's nothing there. When in fact, those are actually the people that we should be pursuing. Those are the people that we should be sticking around for. But instead, the people that we have to chase, the people that are inconsistent, the people that when we're with them it feels good, but when we're not with them, our nervous system is a wreck. We think that's the people that we should be with. Those are the people that we should be pursuing. Those are the people that we should be chasing, right? And we get it wrong. I often tell people, if you're and boy, let me tell y'all, the last person I dated I'm gonna say semi-seriously. So the last person I dated semi-seriously that I was kind of interested in, that person lit my nervous system up. They lit my nervous system on fire. That was the greatest lesson that I've recently learned, is when I feel that churning stomach feeling, when I feel that tightness in my chest, when I feel that level of anxiety, run away. Run away from that person. That's the greatest lesson I've learned recently. And it was so obvious, it was so apparent, and I missed it. I missed that lesson of do not go forward. Do not go forward with this person. This person is actually the opposite of who you should be with. But boy, did I learn that lesson. Did I learn that lesson? Woo. That feeling in my body, that tightness in my chest, that churning of my stomach, that nervousness, that anxiousness, all of that was trying to tell me, nope, not them. Not them. That is not your person. And instead, I was like, well, again, my conscious mind is trying to make sense of it. My conscious mind is like, well, maybe, maybe, yeah, maybe. No. No. But now I know better. I know better. I don't see all of those signs and signals. I don't see those bodily signs as, ooh, this is my person. This is good. I should move toward this. Nope. It is actually the opposite. So please, please remember this message, especially for the ladies who are anxiously attached or fearful avoidant. If you feel unsafe, unsteady, or unsure in your body, if you feel anxious, if you feel nervous, that is not your person. That person is actually not safe. Like, can we go here? Your body recognizes that that is not a safe person. And if you push forward, if you keep trying to go on with them, if you keep trying to make something happen, if you keep calling them back and texting them back, it's on you. It's on you because your body knows that this person is not a good person. And it's a deeply subconscious thing. Your body recognizes, not her, not him, not him. And what do? You keep pushing forward. You keep returning his call and his text. You keep trying to make it something. And look, it's all in the name of potential. It has the potential to be this. Now forget the fact that in reality, this person isn't safe. In reality, this person isn't secure. This person isn't steady or stable. But it has the potential to be something. Yeah, it got the potential to be something, all right, something bad for you. So please listen. Please listen. Now I've learned that valuable lesson. And like I said, it happened just recently, not too long ago, where I was like, ooh, oh, okay, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Any unsettling in my system equals leave them alone. That's the oldest lesson in the book. Your system doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel secure. It doesn't feel calm. Like, I really need y'all to get this if you ever going to rewire this stuff in your system. If you ever going to rewire it, you have to understand that calm, that safe and secure, that consistent call, that consistent text, that person just showing up, and your nervous system isn't lit up. Your nervous system isn't on fire. That's actually safety. That's actually a good person. Please go in the direction of boring. That's how you're going to rewire your nervous system. That's how you're actually going to rewire yourself to find your healthy long-term love. But as long as you are chasing, that tightness in your chest, that butterfly feeling, that nervousness, that anxiousness, that, oh, I really want them to like me feeling, oh, I got to show up, oh, I got to perform, oh, I got to keep them interested in me, what can I do to keep them interested? Keep chasing that. Keep chasing that feeling. And you will stay stuck in a vicious cycle of dating the wrong person over and over and over again. Keep doing that. I am looking for the calmest, most boring, stable, steady, secure love I can find. And I should feel like that person is attractive, because you ever feel that feeling of, well, this is an attractive guy, this is an attractive woman, it's just, I don't know, something inside of me, deep inside of me, isn't like jumping off the page or lighting me up. But go in that direction, right? So you shouldn't, here's the kicker. You shouldn't feel like you're not attracted to that person. This is the difference. It's one thing for you to say, yikes, I don't find this person physically attractive. Okay? Don't pursue that person. It really is easy. If you don't find that person physically attractive, if you don't believe that other people would find that person physically attractive, okay, I'm not asking you to run behind that person. I'm not asking you to be with someone that you or other people would not find physically attractive, right? I'm not asking you to do that. I'm talking about the people that you recognize like, oh, this is an attractive person. And I believe other people would find this person physically attractive. Then you're going to ask yourself, are we compatible? Do our values align? Do we want the same thing? Right? So if you can answer those questions affirmatively, yes, like, oh, we both like this. We both agree about that. We both are in alignment about this. We both are in alignment about that. Okay. Yes, I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going with that person. That actually has real potential to be something real and good. But what is missing, you ask, is that, quote, spark, is the butterflies, is the intensity. No, lay that down. Lay the intensity down, lay the butterflies down, lay the spark down. That needs to die. Because the truth is, that is your trauma. That is your past trauma. That is your past wounds. That is your past brokenness. That is your childhood hurts. Or that is your ex, your bad ex. That's all that is. That's all that is, showing up again to trick you again. Do not fall for it. And hear me well, do not fall. Do not fall for the intensity, for the spark, for the butterflies, for the tightness in your chest, the tightness in your neck, your stomach doing flips. Don't fall for that no more. Because that is what's keeping y'all stuck. You are chasing the intensity. You are chasing that bad person, that person that is emotionally unavailable, that person who cannot love you back, that person who cannot show up for you. That's what y'all keep chasing. It's that same feeling as your ex. It's that same feeling as the ex before that, and the ex before that, and the ex, all those dudes, all those women that ain't want you like that, ain't like you like that. That's the feeling that you keep chasing. That chemistry feeling, that's going to have you jacked up every single time. And you keep falling for it. You keep falling for it over and over and over again. But instead, I need you to look at that person and say, this is a physically attractive person. Like, this is a good-looking woman. This is a good-looking man. And, you know, these are the dudes, ladies, that y'all are like, I want you to hear me well. When you think to yourself, I should like him, I should want him, you know what y'all say. You know, everything seems fine on paper. He's a physically attractive person. He's doing all the right things. He's calling consistently. He's texting consistently. He wants to get to know me. And yet, for some reason, I don't like him like that. You know what that's telling you? That you actually are meeting in real time a good person. A guy who can actually show up. He can actually be a good man to you. He can actually give you what you want and need. But because of your little traumatized behind, you are going to say, nope, this doesn't feel like trauma. This doesn't feel familiar. This doesn't feel like my last 3 exes. This doesn't feel like he's about to put me through the ringer. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to stop seeing him. I'm going to stop answering his texts. I'm going to stop responding to his calls. And that is how you all stay stuck. You stay stuck in your trauma cycle. You are chasing the chemistry of the familiar trauma, the familiar wound, the familiar pain, the familiar hurt. See, that's what your nervous system is looking for. Instead of calm over chaos is what I say now. You know what? I'm going to stay in, I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to hang in there with this person. And unless something comes up that says we are not compatible, the lack of compatibility is what will make me walk away. Not the lack of chemistry, because that's what's keeping y'all stuck. Y'all are saying, oh, I don't feel the feeling. I don't feel the butterflies. I don't feel the stomach flipping over, and I don't feel, no. Walk away because there's a lack of compatibility. Especially if you are anxiously attached, if you are fearful avoidant, if you are dismissive avoidant, if you are insecurely attached, if your test came back insecurely attached, do not walk away yet because of lack of chemistry. Okay? This is how you're going to rewire your nervous system. This is how you are going to rewire yourself to choose good men. And this is what I teach women. Nope, we're not going anywhere. You're going to keep calling that man. You're going to keep texting him. You're going to keep responding. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel the feeling. I don't care. Unless that man is not compatible. So if I find out that that man has something on my compatibility don't want list, that's different. If I find out he smokes, if I find out he watches pornography, if I find out he's atheist or agnostic, okay, then I'm going to walk away. Because the truth is, we are not compatible. But we're not talking about compatibility. We're talking about chemistry. See, y'all are looking for all this chemistry. You're looking for all these sparks and excitement and the novelty and the roller coaster ride. No, stop. Stop looking for that. Look for genuine compatibility in a person. Same with the guys. Oh, I don't know. I mean, she cute and all. This is what y'all tell me. I'll kid y'all not. This is what you tell me. She's cute and all. It's not to say she's not attractive. It's not to say she's not pretty. It's not to say she don't have a shape, but I don't know. It's just, I don't feel nothing. Because guess what? You looking for the feeling that your ex gave you. But that's why she your ex. You looking for that feeling. The feeling that your ex gave you. That I can't quite have her. I can't quite get her to like me. I can't quite, get her love. I gotta really work hard for her love. I gotta really bend over backwards and all of that foolishness. That's why she your ex. The ex that cheated on you, the ex that lied to you, the ex that, couldn't really show up for you, didn't like you like that, didn't care about your kids, that ex, that ex that really never really reciprocated. You was always trying to buy her love and trying to buy her attention, that girl. Instead of the good girl that was like, yeah, I want to go out. Sure, I'll come over. Yeah, you should come over for dinner. See? But nah, you didn't want her. Because she actually was reciprocating. She was actually meeting you where you were. Oh, but I'm not interested. I don't want her. It's too easy. That's what y'all say. It's too easy. It's something about it. It's supposed to be, dummy. It's supposed to be easy. That's the problem. Your trauma has you fooled. It has you thinking you have to earn love. It's so hard. I have to do all this stuff and do backflips, and I have to, keep this person entertained at every turn. That's the ex, and the ex before that, and the ex before that. That's all the relationships that don't work out. That's all that's happening. You are repeating a cycle. When I'm asking you to lay down the chemistry to see that this is an attractive person, this is a good person, this is a person that can actually give you what you want, they can actually show up, they can actually be stable and steady, lay the chemistry down. Look for compatibility. Look for healthy communication. Look for healthy conflict resolution. Lay down the cussing and fussing. Lay down the fighting. Lay down the cheating. Lay down the nonsense. Lay down there's other people in the picture. I have to compete with other people. Lay that down. Put that aside. And actually be with someone that wants to be with you. Lay that other stuff down. That is when you will find true, genuine love. That is when you will find real love. But as long as you have to fuss and cuss and fight and the toxic cycle and the breakup to make up and the this and the that, see, long as you got that going, you are stuck in an insecurely attached, toxic, vicious relationship cycle with people. When you start prioritizing true compatibility, someone that can actually give you the relationship that you want, that's when you will be set free. But too many of y'all don't care about that. All you care about is, I found this particular person, they light up my nervous system, and until I can win them over, until I can make them love me, make them choose me, make them want me, that's when you will stay stuck in your pattern. So, grown-ups know this. Little kids who are still operating out of their hurt and their pain and their wounds from childhood, they stay stuck in cycles. But grown adult people already know this. Securely attached people, we already know this. We already know that. That's how I knew I had work to do, is when I found myself in that situation, I was like, dang, I still got work to do. I almost fell for this. I almost fell for this foolishness again. But thankfully, I was like, wait a minute. Like, hold on. See, the grown up in me, the securely attached person was like, no. This person is lighting up your nervous system. That's a no. That's a I don't want this. That's a I'm not choosing this again. And then once I seen that there were things that were incompatible, I was like, okay, now I know what to do. Do not choose this person. Do not keep going out with them. Do not keep this going. This person cannot give me the relationship I want. All they're going to do is keep lighting up my nervous system to try to chase them, to try to perform for their love, to try to keep them interested. And the answer's no. See? The answer's no. If I have to think of new and interesting ways to keep them interested in me, they're not my person. They're not good for me. See? If I feel good, see, this is the number one thing I tell a lot of people. If you feel great when you're with them and horrible when you're not, that's not your person. That's not a good person for you. That's the number one way. I always say, how do you feel when you're not with them? Well, I feel nervous. I feel anxious. I don't know when they're going to call. I don't know when they're going to text. I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. I'm thinking of them all the time. I'm thinking of what they're doing and who they're with and what. Now, that's a horrible sign. That right there, that's a horrible sign. If you don't feel safe and secure when you're not with them, if you don't, feel like, okay, I know where they are. I know what they're doing. I know when I'm going to hear from them again. I know when they're going to come around. If you can't say that, this is not healthy. This is not a safe, secure, healthy relationship. But you know what? Can I be honest? A lot of y'all got me thinking that you don't want that. A lot of people that I coach, that I counsel, it's got me believing that y'all don't want that you just giving lip service. You just giving lip service to this whole, I want to be in something good. I want to be in a healthy relationship. I want real love. And I think y'all just be talking. I do. I think you just be talking about it, but you don't be about it. Because the choices you make and the things you find yourself in over and over, you don't act like it. You act like you like toxic love. You want to fall in toxic love. If I'm being honest. And I got some clients right now that I've been challenging them more and more. Like, look, we're not going to keep doing this. You're not going to keep coming back in here talking about this. If you want to be with this person, just be with them. But shut up about it. Shut up about it. Stop talking about it. Stop complaining about them. Just be with them. I told a client that recently. You know what? Just be with them. Well, see, it's not. No. Just be with them. But you know what? Guess what I'm going to tell you? Shut up about it. Stop talking about it. Stop coming in here talking about it and complaining about it. Just be with them. Just radically accept the fact that this is who the person is. This is the relationship you're going to have with them, which is toxic, and shut up about it. That's it. That's kind of where I'm at. Okay? So, same with the dating. Same with the dating for a lot of you all. Like, shut up about these toxic people. Ignore these toxic people. I tell the men this all the time. Why are you continuing to complain about the women you say you don't want? Shut up about it. Okay? I do not talk about bad men because I don't see them. I don't engage with them. I don't talk to them. I don't date them. So I don't have anything to say bad about men who are horrible because I don't engage with horrible men. And I keep telling women that too. Why do we continue to talk about the men who only want sex, who only want to use you, who don't want to get married, who don't want relationships, who don't want to have children? I don't see those men. Those men don't exist to me. Shut up about it. Okay? Talk about the good men or don't talk about men at all. That's my motto. When I meet a great guy and if we're compatible and, you know, everything is lining up, I'm like, oh, this is a lovely gentleman. Wow. And guess what? And if we're ever incompatible, I'm like, oh, unfortunately, we're not compatible. I don't need to demonize him to leave him alone. We are not compatible. There's something there that isn't compatible. If the man is a great guy and he's 400 pounds, we are not compatible. And guess what? I have no problem telling him that. Well, unfortunately, we're not compatible. Really? In what way? I prioritize fitness. You clearly don't. I said that to a man to his face. Well, see, I'm on a journey. Okay, I want you to continue on that journey. When you reach close to the end of it, give me a call. Like, I've said that to that man's face. I ain't never scared to tell a man the truth. Okay? You're starting your journey. I'm farther in my journey. Okay? But you and I do not share a love of health and fitness. You like to eat a bunch of, takeout and fast food and drink sodas. I don't touch it. We are not compatible in terms of health and fitness. I have told a man that to his face. Okay? You smoke cigars. Okay? You've got some issues with your grooming. Okay? We're not compatible. That's it. But we got to stop chasing chemistry. We have to stop chasing the spark that is getting y'all in these horrible relationships and these horrible dating circumstances over and over and over again. Okay? Compatibility must trump chemistry. And I believe that, again, we're not looking for people that we're not physically attracted to. Okay? I'm not going to choose a man that I don't find physically attractive. So again, if he is 5'6" and he is 300 pounds, I don't physically find him attractive. I'm not asking you to be with a man you don't find physically attractive. But guess what I am doing? I am saying, if you don't feel the initial spark, I want you to go further in and see if there's compatibility there. Because for a lot of you, the spark equals trauma. The spark equals, I am continuing to date the same type of person who will mistreat me, who will not show up for me, who will use and abuse me. That's a lot of you all. If you are insecurely attached, do not chase the spark. Do not chase the chemistry, the butterfly. Don't do that. That is simply reinforcing bad programming. And if you're ever going to turn that programming around, you cannot chase the spark anymore. You have to date someone that does not light up your nervous system. You have to go out on multiple dates with someone that makes you feel calm, secure, relaxed, like you could be yourself, like you're not performing for love, like you're not putting on a circus act to try to keep that person interested. You can just be you. That's what a lot of you all need to do. That's what I needed to do. And I've been doing that for years. For years, just being with men that I was like, okay, I don't feel no kind of way. I don't feel a bad feeling. I don't feel good. I just don't feel, okay. And guess what? Over time, that calm, that assured, this person showing up is like, oh, I now find this attractive. This is what's actually turning me on. The fact that the person is stable and secure is now a turn on to me. The fact that they show up, the fact that I can rely on them, that is now what I find exciting. But that is a lot of you all. And what do I tell the men? Y'all keep complaining, oh, these women aren't wives, because you see the women that aren't wives. Those are the women that you find attractive. Those are the women that you find yourself chasing. There are lots of women out here who would make wonderful wives. You don't see them. They don't light up your nervous system. They don't make your loins tingle. That's the truth. There are lots of women out here that would make wonderful wives to you, but they don't have the biggest backside. They don't have the biggest chest. They don't have the what do they call them? The DSL. Okay, and y'all know what. Hopefully, y'all know what that means. So they don't have those things that light y'all's loins up. You keep seeing the bad women, the baddies, the women who want to beg for money and getting their hair and nails done. You don't see the normal, healthy, regular women, but you complain, oh, well, these women today aren't wives, because those are the women you like. So just like the women who keep dating, as y'all say, the men that, you know, what is it, the 10% or 20% of men? It's the same for y'all. Y'all want the same 20% of women. Look in the 80% of women. And again, this what I want fellas to do. Look for a girl that's cute. Look for a girl that's pretty. Look for a girl that's beautiful. Right? Instead of looking for a baddie or a bad chick or fine, right? Y'all have just look for the cute girl. That's your wife. That's your wife, but you don't want her. You want a baddie. You want a bad bee. You want her to be fine. Oh my God. Yeah. No. That's it. That's it. But we got to stop chasing chemistry. That's what's got everybody jacked up. Is you're prioritizing chemistry over compatibility. And like I always say, 75% of the couples that even come into my practice, they're not compatible. They built their entire relationship off of lust. 80% of their relationship is built off of lust. It's built off of the spark, the lust, the meeting of each other, the having sex very soon. And I just don't understand what it's going to take to get people to stop doing that. Stop sleeping with people you just met. That immediately makes it so that you believe that person is your soulmate, and they're not, because, you know, they make your loins tingle. And men do it too. Men do it too. You're dating this woman and she's making you feel a way, or she's giving you sexual access. That's not the woman for you. That's not your wife. But hey, I'm getting laid. So yeah, that's it. But this message goes out to a lot of people. A lot of people. If you could just prioritize compatibility, prioritize healthy conflict resolution, prioritize communication, prioritize commitment, prioritize connection, prioritize other things other than chemistry. That's got y'all jacked up. And chemistry is the last thing on the list of the 8 C's. That is the last thing. The first thing is Christ. Y'all don't even consider that. But chemistry is actually the last thing. Because again, long term, this is what y'all need to know. That heightened state that you find yourself in, it is going to wear thin. You're not going to wake up and your stomach do backflips 10 years from now. That's kind of the first thing to go, if I'm being honest. They're saying that even clinically, that can only last for 2 years. That butterfly feeling, that ooh, every time you see that person, 2 years is the longest it's going to last. And after that, when you get used to that person, and I've already told y'all my story. I've dated some fine men, okay? I've dated some top of the line, fine 10 men, And within a year, I was like, okay. Like, it shocked me. All right. Like, there you are. And look, I would be confused because I would be going out with them. Now, I done got used to them because I'm seeing them every day. I'm seeing them all the time. And when other women would react to them, I would be like, like that. I would be curious, like, what's that about? Because, see, I'm used to him by now. Other women are like, ooh, girl, ooh, that's your man, girl. Oh, my God. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, what's the big deal? Because, see, I done looked in his face for a whole year. I done laid next to him and smelt his dirty drawers and smelt his bad breath. And, okay. So that's how I know it's true. Because I've dated some fine men that once a year pass, okay, and there you are. And look, I've had males tell me the same thing about their women. That, yeah, she fine. And once I've been with her for a while, and again, I done smelt her bad breath in the morning. I done, you know, yeah, I done seen her hair messy and her without her hair, whatever. Okay. Like, trust me, that's how we are as humans. We get used to it. And it's like, it's not that big of a deal anymore. So that part is going to wear off. That, oh my God, she's so fine. Oh my, that's going to wear off. And she's going to be just like every other woman. And what do I keep telling you, ladies? Fine women get cheated on too. Okay? So the Cardi B's of the world, her and her big fat behind got cheated on. The Kim Kardashians, the Khloe Kardashians, like, you know, the Kylie Jenners, like, so what? The Hailey Berrys of the world. Who else? I mean, I could think of thousands of beautiful women that have been cheated on. So clearly, that's not the answer. That's not what it is going to take to keep a man faithful. They get sick of it too. They eventually get used to it. You are like any other woman. Okay, so that's not the secret sauce, is being a 10. 10s get cheated on too. So look for genuine compatibility. Look for the other 8 C's. Chemistry is one of them. Look for the other 7. That is the secret. Okay? Them Kardashians ain't fine. I mean, we all know that now because we're used to them. We're used to them. But when they first, you know, kind of came on the scene, yes, and think about, but here's the thing. Think about all the women who have had plastic surgery to look like them. That girl who came out about Kevin Gates, look at her look. That's who she fashioned herself after. She fashioned her look after Kim Kardashian. There are thousands upon thousands of women who fashioned their look after the Kardashians. So clearly, they had some sort of impact because thousands of women are trying to look like them. The woman that Reggie Bush wound up marrying is a Kim Kardashian lookalike. He just went out and found a woman that looked like Kim Kardashian after being with her. So thousands and thousands of women fashioned themselves after the Kardashians. Okay, but again, it gets old. It gets old. Looking at that, it just gets old. That's all. So please build something real. Build something real, something of substance. Because looks, that stuff gets old. But I had to come on and talk about this because I'm seeing too many people, they're stuck in this toxic pattern, and we have to get out of that pattern, especially if you're just tired of it. If you're tired of dating the same person over and over and over, if you're tired of experiencing the same thing in relationships, like you're the only person that can break yourself free of it. But if you keep, having the same pattern, it's you. It's you. It's not, oh, people out here are crazy. No, baby, it's you. You keep choosing the same people. So he said, yeah, I know it boosted the sales in the augmented services department. Yep. Yeah, it did. It did. But the only person that can change the pattern is you. And you have to see it. You have to make that conscious decision. If I meet a person and I have an instant attraction to them, go the other way. That's what I did. Any man that I had like an instant attraction with, I was like, nope. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. That was my cue to not pursue it. And look what was so interesting. When I just ignored it, or if the man tried to I just went the other way, he immediately disappeared. That's how I knew. I was like, yeah, it was the same old thing all over again. He just left me alone. It's almost like a test. It's like a little test that you have to go through. But the people that show interest where you're not immediately like, yeah, those are the people I was like, let me go out. Let me go out. Let me see. And what did I want to see? If there was compatibility. If I was like, okay, this person isn't ugly. I'm not turned off by this person, but I don't feel the spark. But guess what? Now I'm going to go out with them. Now I'm going to see if there's a level of compatibility there. That's it. That's what I started doing. I started prioritizing compatibility. Compatibility over the spark. That's what you got to do. And guess what? That's how I rewired my nervous system. That's how I rewired the pattern that I was in. So yeah, anybody can do it, but it has to be a conscious decision. Do not chase the spark. Do not chase the chemistry. Okay? There's something there that feels familiar in a bad way, not in a good way. It is your ex showing up all over again to put you through the same crap you already been through. So say no. Say no, thank you. I'm not doing this again. This feels familiar and not in a good way. And then go the opposite direction. But the dudes or the ladies that don't get your nervous system all riled up, those are the people I want you to pursue. Those are the people I want you to give a chance. That's it. But women keep interpreting this as, you want me to date ugly guys. You want me to date short guys. You want me to date fat guys. No, I don't. No, I don't. Because I look at plenty of men like, he ain't ugly. He ain't ugly. He ain't unattractive. I just don't feel any draw. I just don't feel any pull. But you know what? If he want to go out, I'm going to go out. And then I'm going to assess for compatibility. See? That's all. But if you want to go out, sure, I'm going to go out. And I'm going to see how compatible we are. That's it. And that's what I want you to do too. And guess what? You may trip up and fall into the love of your life. That's what may happen. You may go, oops. Oh my God, I think I love this person. I think I love this person. And guess what? They love me too. They show up for me. We actually have a healthy relationship. It ain't all this cussing and fussing. They actually would do anything for me. They're actually there for me in my toughest times and my toughest days. They actually yeah, that's probably what can happen. You go, oops, and fall into marriage. So that's my advice. That's the advice I wanted to give this morning, because it's too many of y'all that's just you locked in a toxic cycle. I see it all the time. I don't know what it is. I keep meeting the wrong people. I keep choosing the wrong people. That's why. Because you prioritize the spark. So stop doing that. Leave the spark alone. Leave the chemistry alone. Okay? It ain't working. It ain't good for you. Focus on compatibility. Thank you, Garland Stillwell, for buying a badge. I appreciate you this morning. I'm getting ready to run into the restaurant here. But that's it. I had to make this because I'm telling too many people the same message. So I was like, okay, clearly we need this message. Because it's like the same. Look, I got several clients, like I said, that we close to being done because I'm tired. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired of telling y'all the same thing. I'm tired of talking about, I'm like, just be with them. Like, that's what I'm on now. Just be with them. You know, be with this toxic person. Have this toxic relationship. Keep me out of it. Okay? I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about this. Well, see, I know they're not good for me. Okay, then stop it. Okay? I'm tired of talking about this. Just go ahead and be with them and leave me out of it. That's what I need to have happen. Okay? So, but prioritize compatibility. And as soon as you realize, wow, me and this person are not compatible, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Walk away and move on to someone who is. Okay, that's the lesson. You can get a free trial of Skool for 30 days if you email me at info@betterlovemovement.com. We have our Costa Rica trip. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but Costa Rica is in December. If you'd like to join us in Costa Rica, the link is in the description below. And the email address is in the description below. All you have to do is email me at info@betterlovemovement.com if you want to join us in Skool. And my books and everything else you need to know about me is in the description box below. I hope you all have a great day. It's a beautiful day. At some point, I need to get a nap because it's not like me to be up so early. So I know I'm going to need to recharge in the middle of the day. But for now, have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me early this morning and keeping me company on my ride back. And as always, stay open to love.